Gaffer, what a performance and what a win.
Yeah, no, a fantastic win for us and a really good performance on a tough pitch at a tough venue. And they've played very well this season, and that was a real awkward game for us coming here. And great result, couple of great goals, great clean sheet. Considering the pressure that you'll put under from corners and throw-ins, we sampled that in the first 5 or 10 minutes of the game, really. But I thought we were great today, and I'm really pleased. I'm really pleased for the players, because we've done enough over recent weeks to win games, and we haven't won them. And I'm even talking about the couple of defeats that we've had. So I was really pleased for everybody connected with the football club today. We had a great following as well, which really helps when you go away from home. I would just say to them, please, if they can hand the ball back a little bit quicker, because we ended up having another 2 minutes of added on time because our supporters kept the ball a little bit too long. We didn't keep it for a minute, but we ended up with 2 minutes of added on time. So maybe if they could not keep it so long next time, that'll be a bonus.
Fair enough. When you do come and you play on a pitch like this, how does it change things for you guys like that?
Well, it does change things, because you can't get too much speed and too much zip on your passes. But that's the same for both teams. That's not just saying we can't do it. But I think what it becomes sapping as well. And we were very mindful of that. But we didn't get ourselves into a position quick enough and comfortable enough in the game that we could have maybe made substitutions earlier. But all in all, a great performance in terms of organisation, being diligent, running forward, passing it when we could pass it, turning them round when we needed to turn around, and most of all taking our chances when they come. Because we, like I've said before, our expected goals is far better than our league position, if that makes sense. So today it was pleasing to get those couple of goals.
It feels like one of those games where I could pick out any player on that pitch and ask you how good they were, but I want to talk about, I know we did it on Tuesday night, but you said how good Tom Bloxson was. Do you think he was even better today?
No, but what you'll remember today is you'll remember the goal. So I don't think he was any better. If I wanted to look at the performance, I thought his performance the other day for 70 minutes was probably better than today. But the goal will all obviously, stand out, and Tom's got that in him. And like I've said, we've ended up seeing that period of him coming back closer to the team again, rather than being the squad player that he's been for a little while. And that happens to young players, and you have to take them in and take them out of the team whenever you feel what your eyes are telling you in training. And he's been on it for a little while, but that's not to say over the coming weeks he'll be out of the team again, because that's what happens with young players. And we've got to remember, the kid was 17 when he starts this season, and he's only just 18 now. So he's really fresh, but he's learning, and he's learning on the job, and he's learning really out there. The best thing that you can ever give a young player is game time. And I think that Tom could come through and be very good for this football club, whether it's here for us or whether it's the millions that we would get for him in the transfer market. And I don't want to put him in that bracket yet, and he's a down-to-earth enough lad that he won't take my comments out of context, but he's a terrific lad. We've got a few of them at our place. They're terrific lads, but they all develop at different times, and hopefully Tom can keep developing with us.
His finish, it was a wonderful finish.
Yeah.
The ball's come towards him on the ground, he was bobbling.
Yeah, he's got that though. That won't come as a surprise to anyone you speak to that sees him train on a day-to-day basis. And it's funny because I only said to him the other day that he's now got to transfer. So at the beginning he had to transfer what he had to transfer from training into games, and he did that, and then it dipped a little bit, and when the games dipped, his training dipped. Then he's come back strong again in training. But what I did say to him when he went back in the team this time was he has to turn not only his training performance into game performance, but he has to put his training goals into goals on a Saturday. And that, obviously, he's done that today. So I'm certainly not surprised. It's a great goal, and I'm not surprised it's a great goal either. He's definitely got that in him.
On the second goal, Matthew Pennington, centre-back, with a great poacher's finish.
Yeah, he stole it off a Nursey, I think. I think they were all running to kick it in at the end there. So But there's a great spirit. It doesn't matter. I said to Penno when the game was still going with about 10 minutes to go, I said, was it going in? And he had a look at me and there was a wry smile, and I thought, yeah, you've nicked that one. But to be honest, no more than I would have done anyway. I'd have slid for it if I'd have had to slide for it and poke it in. So, as long as it gets over that line, we don't mind who scores them.
Albie told us before Portsmouth, that Nursey had a good strike on him, and it's the strike that's created the chance.
He has got that, but he to be fair to him though, for most of the season he's played on that left-hand side of a 3, so therefore he doesn't get as close to the goal there as he would playing wing-back. So today, we're pleased with that, and obviously, it was a great strike from Nursey. He does strike a great ball. He has got a really educated left foot. But we speak to George. George is another one. He's 22 years of age, and we want him to improve as well, because there's improvement in George.
The defence, as you mentioned, was generally, you said it had a good clean sheet, and I thought they were magnificent today.
Yeah, they were.
Ethan, I don't think he missed the header all game, to be honest.
No, I thought he was good here last year, and we set it up. We know what's going to happen. Man for man, we know where we've got to be in the box, and Ethan has full licence to come and attack the ball, and he did that. Considering the amount of long throws and first contacts that we had was fantastic today against a team that we've seen it here before. Teams come here, I think Bolton the other week were 3-0 down in half an hour. So you've got to make sure that you stand up to that. But they're a good team. They've worked really hard, Burton, at the team they've put together. And like I said, I always have a soft spot for them. Obviously, I'm our manager, so I want us to win today. But I think Jimmy's done a great job with them.
We had 928 travelling fans today. I said 700 to you on Thursday. Obviously went up a little bit. You've already given them a bit of praise.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, they were brilliant. I mean, it was actually quite good. It was nice for us actually when we got off the bus today that we were here in just over an hour, about an hour and 10, hour and 20, rather than being on the bus for like 3 or 4 hours that we have been of late. But it was a great turnout we had here today, and they were great. They were noisy. And then obviously when you give them something to cheer about a little bit more, they were even noisier. So yeah, it was brilliant today, and it was great to see them all at the end, and I'm sure they'll all go home and enjoy their weekend.
And in the centre of the park as well, Luke Leahy everywhere, Tyrese Forner everywhere.
Yeah, well, they have to be. That's their job. That's their job. It was just a really good team performance today. But when you play games like this, there are a lot of unsung heroes, and we had a few of them today. I thought Ryan Bowman up top today, I thought he was magnificent. I thought he led the line really, really well, and we played, Tom and Dan just off him slightly, but I thought that he was excellent today. Back to the Ryan Bowman that we saw earlier in the season that ended up scoring goals, that ended up dipping a bit, but if he keeps those performances up, the goals will come back for him.